Hello and welcome back to Active News. I'm Clara Pierce.
And I'm Isabella Galbraith. Here at Active News, we bring news to young people, presented by young people.
That's right. Whether you are back in school or still on summer break, we're here to keep you informed about the world around you. Now, let's head over to Isabella for our top story.
Thanks, Clara. If you're like me, you've probably been feeling anxious all summer long about whether or not you're going back to school this fall. President Trump has pushed for schools to reopen as he feels it is an important step in opening the economy. But many do not agree with President Trump's stance to open schools. Let's take a look.
Some parents and health experts warn sending kids back to classrooms in the midst of an epidemic could be dangerous. Nikki King is a high school teacher in Raleigh, North Carolina.
I don't want to get sick. I don't want my family to get sick. I don't want my students to get sick.
Many districts plan to offer a hybrid of in-person and online learning and say they will require masks and social distancing on school grounds. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control issued recommendations that schools test for COVID-19, split students into small groups, serve packaged lunches in classrooms instead of cafeterias, seat students at least 6 feet apart, and use partitions when social distancing is not possible.
Masks, sitting 6 feet apart, COVID-19 testing. Sounds more like a circus to me.
Seriously. Clara, do you know whether or not you're going back to school?
My middle school has announced that we're doing remote learning this fall.
Same with my school. I'm definitely bummed I won't be seeing my friends, but it's certainly more safe.
Now, let's check in with some other students across the nation about whether or not their schools are reopening.
Hi, I'm Sienna.
And I'm Zoya.
We live in Northern California. I'm in 6th grade.
And I'm in 2nd grade.
Our schools will be doing remote learning in the fall.
Hi, my name is Louise. I live in Los Angeles and will be in 5th grade. My school will start through distance learning.
Thanks for that update. Now, let's poll the audience. Are you going back to school? Doing remote learning? Or a mix of both? We want to know. Head to the Active News website at www.actv-news.com to take our poll.
Whether or not you are back in school, doing remote learning, or a mixture of both, we wish you the best start of the school year.
Know that this weird time will pass and that you are not alone.
Yeah! Although school may be hard to plan for right now in 2020, FIFA is planning in advance for the 2023 Women's World Cup for soccer. After receiving multiple bids to host from different countries, FIFA recently announced that Australia and New Zealand would host the Women's World Cup for 2023. Let's take a look at their reaction.
I can announce the host country of the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023, which will be Australia. Yeah!
To be honest, no, I had no idea, and I think that's what made it so scary. It was just that the fact that everyone in that room had worked so tirelessly for 3 years on that bid, and looking around, I was like, I can't handle this if, it goes the other way. I don't want to look these people in the eye, but, being able to, scream and shout and hug them at the end for a winning bid, it was just the best feeling in the world.
Well, that celebration sure put a smile on my face.
Could watch it over and over, it never gets old. Congratulations to Australia and New Zealand for hosting the 2023 Women's World Cup. Let's hope that by then, sports are back to normal. What was that?
Uh-oh, that's the climate change alarm. Sorry to alarm you, Active News subscribers, but this story is worth the wake-up call. Siberia, which is in northern Russia and is part of the Arctic Circle, is literally bursting into flames from a heat wave. The Siberian heat wave has hit northern Russia with record-breaking temperatures of more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Not only is ice cream melting, but trees are bursting into flames due to the heat. These fires are destroying the environment and releasing carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Additionally, they are melting the Arctic permafrost faster than ever before. These extreme wildfires in Siberia should be a warning to the entire planet. If the Arctic Circle, a place long known for its sheets of ice, is beginning to burn due to climate change, we must act now to save the planet.
While the Earth may be burning above water, below the surface, marine life is thriving. Due to the global pandemic and stay-at-home order, humans have been less active in the water. Scientists are discovering that this lack of human activity has been beneficial to marine life. Coral reefs are remaining intact, sea creatures are more active and have more space to swim freely without the threat of motorboats, diving tourists, or beachgoers. According to scientists taking samples in the Mediterranean Sea, the water is noticeably clearer due to less human pollution. Not only has marine life flourished during the pandemic, but wild animals on the land have roamed into the cities due to less human activity. For example, mountain goats have taken over the streets of North Wales. Coyotes have staked their claim in the urban city of San Francisco. Wild boars are taking a stand in Turkey, Spain, and Israel. Penguins are strutting their stuff in the streets of South Africa. And sea lions are making themselves at home in Argentina.
Well, I sure wouldn't want to face off against a sea lion in the streets.
Me neither. One thing is for sure though, no matter if animals are on land or in the sea, they sure have benefited from less human activity.
One way in which humans have been active recently is by participating in the Black Lives Matter movement. People worldwide are demanding change and equal opportunity for people of color. In Hollywood, actors and other industry professionals are speaking out over Black representation in movies and television. Anthony Mackie, famous for his role in Marvel movies as Falcon, has appeared in 7 Marvel movies, including Black Panther. Mackie recently stated that of the 7 Marvel movies he's been in, the only movie with black people on set was Black Panther. Every other set was completely white. Mackie expressed his concern to Hollywood by saying, "If you only hire the black people for the black movie, are you saying they're not good enough when you have a mostly white cast?" Some white actors are also showing support by stepping down from voicing roles as black characters. For example, Mike Henry, who has played the role of Cleveland on Family Guy for over 20 years, is stepping aside so that a black actor can take the role. Additionally, Kristen Bell, best known for her role as Anna in Frozen, has decided to step down from her most recent role as the voice of Molly Tillerman, a mixed-race character, on the TV show Central Park. As Kristen Bell stepped aside so that a black actor can take the role, she stated, "This is a time to acknowledge our acts of complicity. Here is one of mine. Playing the character of Molly on Central Park shows a lack of awareness of my pervasive privilege." Now, let's hear from actor and rapper LL Cool J and actress Yvette Nicole Brown on what changes they would like to see in Hollywood.
I'd like to see more ownership in Hollywood. I'd like to see, African Americans get better deals, negotiate better deals, have the ability to negotiate better deals.
I don't think that there's this mass group of people in Hollywood trying to destroy Black people. I think they just don't know that the things that they're saying and doing are hurtful. And hopefully when they hear them and they realize that that joke's not funny and touching someone's hair is not cool, and once they realize what a microaggression is, then maybe we can stop doing that and have sets that are wonderful for everybody.
But the question remains, will Hollywood make systematic change to represent more black people in movies and TV?
Thanks, Isabella. With the Falcon leading the way, I believe it can be done. This week, we want to honor the memory of lifelong activist and United States Congressman John Lewis.
John Lewis was born the son of sharecroppers in Alabama in 1940. At the age of 18, he met Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and joined the Civil Rights Movement. He was a key organizer for the March on Washington, where Dr. King made his I Have a Dream speech. Lewis was arrested more than 40 times and suffered numerous physical injuries during his fight for equality, including during his march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, to gain voting rights for Black Americans. In 1987, Lewis became a U.S. representative and continued fighting for equality and justice. Let's now take a look at a speech Lewis made at the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington in 2013.
One people, we're one family, we're one house, we all live in the same house. So I said to you, my brothers and sisters, we cannot give up. We cannot give out. We cannot give in. We must get out there and push and pull.
John Lewis never gave up, never gave in, and continued fighting for justice until his death on July 17, 2020. As many have said, may he rest in power.
John Lewis was an American activist and hero. This week, for our Get Active question of the week, we want to honor great American activists such as John Lewis. Who is an American activist that is a hero to you? Why are they your hero?
Let's now hear from Oscar O'Connor about an activist he looks up to.
Hello everyone, Oscar O'Connor here. My activist hero is Kate Bornstein. You might be wondering, who is Kate Bornstein? Well, she's a playwright and actor that writes plays about equal rights. I found out about Kate when I was doing a research paper for school on women's rights. I got really interested in her, not in a creepy way, and I even read her autobiography. She is my activist hero because she fights for two issues that are very important to me: women's rights and LGBTQIA+ rights. I think that it is so cool that she uses her theater platform to spread awareness and make a difference. If you have a chance, check her out.
Thank you, Oscar. Kate Bornstein sure sounds like an amazing activist to me. Now, Active News subscribers, we want to hear from you. Who is an American activist that is a hero to you? Why are they your hero?
Log on to the Get Active blog to share your hero at www.actv-news.com/blog.
In addition to honoring these activists, it is our responsibility to keep their fight going, as we are the next generation.
I couldn't agree more. For now, that's all from Active News. I'm Clara Pierce.
And I'm Isabella Galbraith, reminding you to stay informed and get active.